Everything seems normal, irrelevant as always. I'm not conceited, shut the fuck up. What the hell happened here? That is not consistent at all. What? Apparently, you guys just really enjoy some random guy on the internet giving his hot take on shit on the internet. So, we're going to be talking about Share My Story today. Share My Story is synonymous with two things: liars and clickbait. Because you can instantly tell from the thumbnails that it's all fake. Like, most of the thumbnails revolve around PPs going in vaginas and just the kinkiest shit. And sometimes the voice actors are so bad that it's like you can instantly tell they're reading off a script, because they always sound like a text-to-speech robot.
The problem here is that I met Hulwin.
The problem here is that I met Hulwin.
I used that money to make my underwear and breasts bigger.
Why the hell would you want to make your underwear bigger? I understand that you might grow out of it at one point, but that just doesn't make any sense. Make your underwear bigger. What? I swear to God, these scripts must be written by like robots or something, or maybe they're smashing their keyboards against their foreheads in Google Translate and whatever comes out is their script. So we're just going to look at a few of these today and see how many brain cells we can lose. Let's get after it. Look at this. My teacher did things to me in our classroom. We did it in the pool. Oh, well, and then you have like reaction channels reacting to this, so it's even less entertaining because they pause every second to talk about it. And then there's stuff like these. This is the one we're going to be looking at today. My cat got me pregnant. Pretty sure anyone with functioning eyeballs and something called common sense can tell you exactly why this is fake. So, this should be fun.
Hello there. My name is Amber, and I'm 19 years old.
I don't care.
I want to talk about how my cat ended up causing me to get pregnant.
Bang. That right there. My cat caused me to get pregnant is very different from my cat got me pregnant, which means this entire story is a waste of time. And if it's not a waste of time, then it's just blatant clickbait, because the title should read, My Cat Caused Me to Get Pregnant, but no, we gotta get those views, man. We gotta clickbait the shit out of everything.
I know that sounds really out there.
No shit. It's not every day you hear a story about a woman getting pregnant from a cat.
But I promise you, it makes more sense if you keep listening.
You're lying to me.
It's a bit of a crazy tale.
I wonder why.
But in the end, I think you'll understand why I made such a preposterous claim.
I don't think I will.
I want to first tell the slightly crazy tale of my mother first.
Who cares? I came to see how your cat got you pregnant, not your mother's entire backstory and lineage. Literally, I watched this whole video, and in no way does her mother's story and the story about her cat getting her pregnant correlate in any way. Did I forget to mention that the video is 10 minutes long and her mother's story doesn't end until the 8-minute mark? Oh yeah. 80% of the video is literally some random story she made up.
We met up all the time when we were both available, and I just absolutely adored him. He had these little dimples on his cheeks.
He had these two little dimples on his cheeks. Who gives a shit? Move on. I'm not here to listen to you describe someone like you're describing a person for a police sketch. I'm here to listen to you tell the story about why your cat got you pregnant.
My cousin had become a prominent issue in my life after I got married. He refused to let this infatuation thing go and harassed me and my husband all the time. He would constantly come over uninvited and cause a scene.
Then lock your doors, you dumb bitch. It's not like you're being legally forced and obligated by the law to let him into your house. So unless he's like smashing your windows with a sledgehammer or throwing rocks at it and then crawling through that way, I don't see what the problem is here.
I decided to check the condoms we had.
Here we go, baby. Now we're talking. This is where the real shit begins. So you better put on those diapers because they're gonna get soiled.
Maybe they had expired or something? When I dumped out the packages to examine them, I noticed little marks on the wrappers. I looked closer at them and saw they appeared to be little teeth marks that punctured the wrappers. I started to suspect that my cat had jumped on our nightstand and chewed them. I couldn't believe this was happening.
Oh my god, can you believe it? Her cat chewed the condoms, which caused her to get pregnant. That 10-second clip right there was everything remotely related to the title of the story. Everything up until then was just bullshit stories you tell your friends around the campfire at night. It's a complete waste of time under a lot of definitions. And then she ends it shortly after asking for advice like, should I castrate my boyfriend or should I tickle my cousin's nutsack? Leave your suggestions down in the comments below. I like how you can always tell when the robots auto-generating the titles sort of break down and short circuit. I pretended to be a girl to flirted my crush. Does that sound right to you? Didn't think so. I dated a bad guy to be popular. No, that's just your average white girl wearing crop tops and ripped pants. There's just all types of wrong with this title right here. My dad sold me 50. And they got the $sign. Too old man. I also like how in the thumbnail it says $30 million when in the title it says 50,000, so that's just blatant lying and a nice kick to the nutsack. Oh, but the $sign at the end could just be they could be from another country, my ass, because it's in the United States. Also, I guess these guys just don't know what the space does, because it's like, huh? At first I thought this was just some obscure word I've never heard, and I had to read it like 3 times. I looked it up as well, because I genuinely thought they were just using massive words to make me look retarded, but no, they just forgot the space in there, so you know. Guys, we're gonna play a game real fast, right? You see this video right here? Can you guess why it's fake? You guys remember when I said that some of these thumbnails have really kinky shit in them? I wasn't lying. Here we go, now we're cooking. This is clearly some family-friendly content. There's obviously nothing sexual in the thumbnail. This description gave me cancer. Alright, here's the next one we're gonna be looking at. My stepfather kidnapped me and got me pregnant 5 times. Should be fun.
It's a bit of a long story, but I'll do my best to keep it kind of brief and summarize everything that has happened.
Just like any other Share My Story, it starts off with the legendary WWE intro, so I'm just gonna skip to the part where the real shit begins.
One day, I was walking home from school.
They couldn't bother animating a backpack as well.
It seemed like any other mundane afternoon. Then someone pushed me to the ground, but before I got the chance to get back up, he handcuffed me. I started screaming for help, but no one was around.
My ass. I don't believe for a single second that no one came to help a girl that's been handcuffed by some random guy that's also screaming for help simultaneously. It's not like you're in some deserted ghost town or maybe a back alley at New York. You know, you would think there's at least other kids walking home with you, so this just doesn't add up here.
I woke up later, laying on a bed in the dirt-walled cellar.
It doesn't look like dirt to me.
There was no way I was going to be able to escape from this. I just sat in the cellar and sobbed. He refused and said, "You are mine." One day, he sat on the bed with me.
What bed? That's a goddamn coffin. At least have your animations match the story.
He gripped me by my wrist hard. And well, I'm pretty sure you know the rest. He took advantage of me, and it was horrible. After that, I found out that I got pregnant. When I gave birth to Amy, David didn't take me to a hospital. I attempted to teach them with the rudimentary education I had.
This part just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Fuck education. There's 3 of you and 1 of him, so just go beat his ass, mop the floor with his corpse. The first thing you would think of when you're trapped in a cellar and you got 2 kids to take care of is not, I'm gonna give my children a rudimentary education. No, you do that shit after you get out of the cellar. You don't do it while you're in the cellar, because when you're in the cellar, you're gonna do everything in your power to get the fuck out of there. Like, I'm sure there's shit you can use in the cellar as well. I saw like a big ass mirror back there. Take that, smash it against his head, and then, I don't know, use the shards of glass to just shove in his eyeballs. You're gonna do everything in your power to get out of there.
My daughter Amy always asked me why we weren't allowed to go out. I told her that I had a plan, and if it succeeded, we would go out from here. She said, "What is the plan?" I told her, "You will act as if you couldn't move and are very ill, and David will take you to the hospital. Then you will run away from him and go to the police and tell them what David did to me."
Damn, that's a lot of confidence considering how well it worked last time.
When I gave birth to Amy, David didn't take me to a hospital.
Oh, by the way, it actually works, so I'm just sitting here like, well, damn, why didn't you just do this earlier? Why didn't you pretend to be paralyzed? And also, why the change of heart from David? Why is he taking her to the hospital, but he didn't take you to a hospital? Like, so many plot holes that just does not make sense at all. This story is obviously bullshit. You don't need a PhD to figure that out.
Authorities released an indictment against him and faced between 10 years and life imprisonment.
Whoever's writing this script needs to get fired.
4. Traveling and visiting places can be great fun and is a fantastic way to spend some quality time together.
Yep, thank you for the advice.
I also started helping my children in their homework.
What do you mean you started helping them with their homework? Shouldn't you have been doing that from the beginning? Like, after you enrolled them into school, shouldn't you have done that from the start? Out of here. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. Share my story. Great stuff. Keep getting after it. Definitely no bullshit stories here. You would have more fun watching paint dry. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. If you dislike, and leave. And yeah.